following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
Oh, man. You know what? We're just going to call this Therapeutic Friday.
Do we have to talk about the
I don't even want to do the damn show today. But, I mean, I want Nate to get his money.
Bro, I texted you and Eagleton last night.
Yeah,
let me tell you what I did, Kurt.
All right.
I said, hey, guys, y'all are getting off the plane at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all sure y'all want to do a podcast at 12:30?
And then we were late.
And then they hit me so quick, bro. Yeah, we on.
We just want to get it. It's like a Band-Aid. Just rip it off. Just get it over with as fast as you can.
Then they get home.
We got
at
home
3
late.
o'clock.
We got home at 3:30.
3:30? Okay,
Yeah.
then you got into bed at what?
4:15.
Yeah.
By the time I laid down. Man, you know what? It's probably a good thing Jesse forgot the shows at 12:30 today. It gives him less time to get in trouble. But look, turn that a little bit towards you, Jesse. Look on the screen, Jesse Holley.
Mr. Father-in-law.
Good stuff, Kyle. Good stuff. You know what? Call us, because the more you talk, the less we have to.
That's right.
888-855-2297.
And you get the hard 30 to rant. Hard 30, Kyle, please. And
Okay, so hard 30,
yeah.
no matter what.
No matter what. So we're going to let
cutting
Shannon. The
35
conversation
seconds, is that okay?
Yes, 35. If Shannon wastes all that time talking to him, it's over. I'm sorry.
At least let them say hi and I enjoy the show. Love you guys.
Yeah,
And
No, that's too long, man. 35 solid,
okay,
man.
so you got 5 seconds to do your
5
intros.
seconds to do your intro.
I can't wait to hear these calls today, because I know what I heard on the sidelines from all the people that were down
Yeah,
on
you
the
had
first.
What did they
Did
say? What did they
somebody
say?
stop you over at the game?
Oh,
last
I
night?
had a few people. One in particular called me over and said that he spent too much money to watch what he was watching from the front row of Soldier Field, that he was from Corpus Christi and he booked his vacation to go up there and watch the game. Another guy was screaming from the front row, "Thanks for ruining my $6,000 experience with the way y'all played on the field." I mean, there were some unhappy people at the game last night.
I had one of my old friends back in college text me, say, if the Cowboys lose to the Chicago Bears with those socks on, I'm through.
And those helmets, what? I don't know if I like
retro
that
look, huh?
uniform. I don't know if I like that. All right.
They loved it.
One thing that jumped out to me, and I wanted to ask y'all because I couldn't tell it on the field, is I saw something in Zeke's eyes before the game, and I was like, I put on my Instagram story, Zeke's going to run for 125 plus. Because he went over to hug Michael Irvin before the game, and he looked through Mike. Like, he didn't smile, not what's up. He just walked over, grabbed Mike. He looked like he was possessed. I was like, I've never seen Zeke look like that. He's going to go off. 72 yards in the first half. Looked like he was going to run as much as he wanted, and then 9 yards in the second half. Did they change the game plan, or did the defense dictate him not, or were they so far behind by that time? What happened with the running game?
7. We scored 7, as we did the week before.
Mm-hmm.
Then Chicago ran off 24 more points before we scored again.
Did they give up on the run too early? Or they just didn't have a choice?
At that point there, you can try to throw screens, or you can try to swing it to him out of the backfield, if you wanted him to touch the ball a little bit more. But I'm telling you something, man. These guys ain't playing with no enthusiasm, no speed. No enthusiasm, no speed. None. I mean, no, especially on defense. It's like after that first drive, man, after that first 3, the interception that Jordan Lewis got, it's like then we gave him back the ball on like the 30 or the 35. We kicked off, and the guy Cordell ran out to the 35 or the 36.
Mm-hmm.
So They averaged on their 40, starting on their 40. We averaged out on our 21.
Mm-hmm.
And their front four, especially in the middle, was pushing our middle back on offense. And Dak was trying to stand in there and throw the ball, where Trubisky like, oh no, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm. See y'all later.
Yeah. So
made him look like Aaron Rodgers athletically.
Yeah.
He had several designed runs in there, and they didn't always make a lot of yardage, but they kept it.
Yeah.
We didn't. Did Dak have any? I mean, I know he ran some, but
no, man.
Were they designed? Ran 3 times for 1 yard, so I guess not.
Wow. I was finna look, but since you said it, 3. Wow.
All right, let's start taking some calls. Our buddy Costas in New York. Hey, buddy.
Hey, guys. So I'm feeling a little bit apathetic towards the team, but my question has to do with the players. We know the coaches are going to go, but would you make any wholesale changes, like maybe over-celebrating linebackers or, I don't know, overpaid linemen, offensive? I mean, I just think, though, that I've always been on the coaches, but, I mean, at this point, isn't it the players, too?
Great question. Thanks, Costas.
It's definitely players have to take some blame for this. I mean, it's not all on the coaches. I mean, at some point, maybe the message is no longer resonating, it's lost, but you think there'd be a pride factor that you don't want to get run up and down the field all night.
What happens, Nate? Let's just say theoretically there are wholesale changes on the coaching staff. When you bring a new coaching staff in on an NFL team, do you keep the players? Do coaches bring in their own players?
It's all about salary cap. If you have a lot of money under the cap, then the new coach will have a luxury to bring in a few guys, be a part of the draft process and stuff like that. But if you stuck on the cap, the new coach got to deal with what he can deal with and hope that he can inspire those guys that are left to play well until he can get the guys, the type of guys that he wants. Not like college, on a 4-year swing. Every year you can bring in guys. You kind of stuck. Like Jalen just signed a new one. Lyle just signed a new one. Zeke. So these guys here, ain't nothing you can do for the next 2 years. You're kind of stuck.
I don't know how many changes they could, and you'd really want to make. Again, this is a talented team. Maybe a new coach would, bring that talent out. But on offense, who are they going to get rid of? I mean, I don't think Tyron struggled this year, but I don't think you're ready to give up on him. I mean, everybody else in the skill positions is solid.
Excuse me.
Defensively, Byron Jones would be tough to bring back. You may not want him back. Malik Collins is another guy whose contract's up. There could be changes there. Robert Quinn's deal's done, but like you said, I mean, you're going to have to live with some guys. You've signed DeMarcus long-term. You've signed Jalen long-term. I mean.
Did I see in the game last night they moved Mack from Lyle's side to Tyron's side?
Yeah. He was working both.
So they didn't just move him because Lyle was locking him up. They were rotating him back and forth. Okay.
I'm going to tell you like this here, man. Don't we have another caller?
We do. Michael, your buddy Michael from D-Land, Florida.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up?
Hey.
No, not much. I mean, I just want to call and say that, I can probably help y'all fix this team.
Do it. How?
All right. Go ahead and let Rod bounce. Them old ways not working. Marinelli got to go. He's going to get to Rashad the rest of the season, and then look at Jason Garrett in his face and tell him, you next, or you better help this offense. One or the other.
Oh, did you cut him off?
No, he just talked 35.
Yeah, it was 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it went by fast.
35.
You got his point out.
That's Michael's fixed everything. Fire D-Law, fire Marinelli,
Well,
fire
I'm
coach.
going to be honest with you. D-Law got 5 sacks.
All year.
That's disappointing.
One tackle last night.
One tackle.
So guys are running to the ball, but not stopping the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that? Did you see Cardell Patterson?
Oh.
Did you see the 81? Look here. Don't hold your breath. Somebody tackle him. He just ran through 5 guys. 5 guys. Watch this here. One.
Oh, that's the one where they carried poor old Xavier.
That's our safety now. That's our safety.
And those are
He
not.
was not good last night.
Those are not big running backs that they have either. Those are little guys. Tariq Cohen is smaller than I am.
I know Jamal Adams wasn't good enough just to say he wasn't good enough. So
He's not elite.
Nah.
He probably could.
3, 4, 5. Okay. All right.
That seems to be the story of the year, right?
Yeah.
And you've
tackling.
talked about tackling as a want to.
Yeah, and how many weeks I've been talking about that, bro? How many weeks I've been talking about that? 2, 3.
They sure didn't look like they wanted to last night.
What else stood out to you? Is it that simple? Is it just tackling? Is it because I got so sick in the locker room. You hear the word execution over the last 4 or 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. Like we just got to execute better.
Is that like lining folks up on a wall or something?
Nate. Oh, Nate. Ryan from Michigan. What's happening?
Hey, how you doing today?
Great. Thank you.
Good. Hey, just real quick, Nate, thanks for your contribution to the Dallas Cowboys for all the years. Shannon, I gave you a little shout-out. I went to the game in Detroit right after pregame there. But anyways, what I'd like to say is I think that this Rod Marinelli defense might be just a little too basic. There's not really anything new that we're seeing from them. We hear the announcers saying they just run the same base defense, and maybe it's just not suitable for this NFL today when you got running quarterbacks and people who are quick and twitchy like we see out there. So that's what I'd like to say, and just hear your comments on that.
Thanks for the call. You know, I would agree with that if it weren't for the fact when we had DeMarcus Ware on the show on the happy hour a few weeks ago, and he said the scheme is good enough to win the game. And I don't remember what game it was that week that we lost, but he was talking about that week's particular game. He's like, the scheme's good enough. He goes, the guys they're not executing. They're not containing. They're not setting the edge. They're not tackling.
And see that you know, you say you tired of hearing about execution. I am tired of hearing we got to play within ourselves. We gotta execute the defense. We can't go willy-nilly. I'm like, fellas, I mean, do you realize what you're saying? You've been saying this for 7 weeks now.
I mean, change it if you
Yeah.
Why do you keep saying it?
Don't. If you're supposed to be in the A gap, let them take some dynamite to blow you out of the A gap. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm not moving from it. But trying too hard. Really? Okay.
Something else bothered me that was said a few times in the locker room last night, too. And I will tell you guys what that was when we come back. We're also going to try to find Jesse Holly and see if he really wants his $10 for this show. It's down to about $6.50 now. We'll see if he can get in here before it gets below 5. More calls, 888-855-2297. Hanging with the boys.
The Cowboys Way, where Thanksgiving means spending the day with 100,000 of your closest family and friends to watch the game live. Where 16 Hall of Famers and 5 championships show us what success looks like. Where we're all defined by one single thing, the star. Where we as fans have the power to keep the tradition going. Bank of America is proud to be the official bank of the Dallas Cowboys and to support the quest of living life the Cowboys way. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America.
Copyright 2019, Bank of America Corporation.
Hey, Cowboys fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience AT&T Stadium's exclusive VIP Owners Club. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit cowboystravel.com.
Ready? Okay. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. Give me an S. S. Give me an O. O. What's that spell?
So.
Are we gonna win?
Not if we play like we cheered.
Just okay is not okay. Whether it's cheerleaders or your wireless network, AT&T is America's best wireless network. Best network based on GWS One score September 2019.
So, you're shopping And that's when you see it. Aisle 23. Dr. Pepper stacked from top to bottom as far as the eye can see. The phrase too good to be true comes to mind, yet there it is. A rich, delicious Dr. Pepper paradise. Wait, did that can of Dr. Pepper just open itself for you? They all are. As if to say, so nice to treat you. And even though it feels weird to talk to a can, you pick one up and say, it's so nice to be treated. Dr. Pepper, so nice to treat you.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
We're back. We're still on Jesse Holly watch. But we got his can of Lysol.
We do.
Kurt.
Yes.
What you got in your hand
underwear.
there?
Adjust your cleats, adjust your pads, even adjust your helmet. But seriously, don't adjust your underwear because once it's seen, it can't be unseen. Tommy John Contour Pouch, moisture wicking fabric, keep you cool and dry. You know the deal. Get you some. Tommy John. Shop exclusively Cowboys underwear at TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order.
Thank you, Kurt.
Surely.
Did y'all hear the owner's weekly phone call with the flagship station this morning?
I didn't hear it live. I caught some of the highlights, and he is a mad individual.
He was not very happy this morning. If you have not heard that, go to our website or our mobile app and listen to Mr. Jones's phone call with 105.3 The Fan.
There was one thing that stood out to me, and aside from just the angriness of his tone and talk or whatever, but he used the word apathy, something like tired of the apathy. I don't remember the exact quote, but it kind of struck me as odd because is he seeing the team showing not caring, that kind of thing. I didn't expect that from him.
You're dealing with a bunch of men. A bunch of these guys are prideful men. But that pride got to be within the love of doing your job. You know what I'm saying? That pride can't come from what you're doing off the field. That pride got to come from what you doing or not doing on the field. So
yeah,
you can't let losing. You can't shrug losing because once you start just shrugging losing off, that's when that sets in.
Then you stop showing up.
Yeah,
like the guy to your left. Oh, hey, Jesse, welcome to the show, man.
I hope you have, I'm not, I'm going to say this, and not nothing at Jesse, but, I would not cast a stone about others if I'm not doing mine. That's not directed at Jesse.
No?
It's not, no.
How you doing, Jesse?
Hey, Jess. Hey,
I'm good.
He been getting his hair cut. He got cleaned up.
I got cleaned up early this morning.
It's what time we start?
12:30.
Started at 12:30.
Yeah.
He said he knew. I don't know why he's late.
There's some things that I just can't control sometimes.
Uh-oh. Did you get called to principal's
other
office again?
Responsibilities.
Yeah, I got called into the principal's office
again.
By Frisco PD.
Oh no!
Jesse, you joking?
No.
What happened? You got pulled over?
I got pulled over.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get a ticket?
Hey,
No,
be
I
on
didn't get a
time.
ticket.
No.
I'm glad you talked that.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm Mr. Fourth Long.
So no, I didn't have to. Shout out to Officer Marks. I appreciate you.
What happened? You speeding?
Yeah, I was speeding.
Oh man.
I was. You know what happened? I was. I think I did one of those major lane shifts. I went from like the slow lane, two
all the way
lanes.
over?
Yeah, I went 2 lanes over, no blinker, no nothing. New Jersey drive style, and yeah. By the time when I got over the 2 lanes, he was sitting in the 3rd lane where I just kind of zoomed over to. So he was like, let's check this out. But
well, good.
Shout out to Officer Marks.
Yeah.
I appreciate you for not giving me a ticket.
Did he recognize you?
He did.
Really?
He did.
He said he listens to Hanging with the Boys every day while he's in the squad
No, he
car?
remembered me as a player.
Oh.
And so.
Did he know your name or did he just go,
when I gave
you look familiar?
No, when I gave him my license.
Ah, okay.
He's like.
And when you got a big old thing, look on the back, Mr. Fourth and Long.
You know how to get that look. He looked at me. He was like, "You wouldn't happen to be," and I was like, "Yes, sir." He was like,
Did you ask him if he was inspired to not give you a ticket?
No, I kept my hands on the wheel at 10-2. No sudden movements. I just wanted
roll
to make
the window down, put them both out.
All of the windows are down.
We let the window down, no smoke, didn't come out or nothing.
No, I had no obstruction of justice. So.
We thought you forgot, man.
No.
Well, good for you. Good for
I was on time. I was coming.
Good.
Shout out to Officer Marks.
All right, we have a long distance phone call that we need to take real quick out of the country,
business, man.
and then we'll get into Jesse's thoughts of the game. I don't know if this is going to be a good idea, but we're going to do it anyway. Let's go to the phones. Clarence in Toronto, how are you?
Hi, it's actually Dave in Denver.
Oh, what?
No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
He gets extra time. Cal.
Yeah, a couple points. First of all, the new head coach next year will have $87 million in cap space, but that doesn't include Amari and Dak, obviously. And my question is, what happened to the run defense? Ever since Tyron Crafton went out this year, guys have been gashing us left and right and up the middle. Those are my 2 points. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks, man. That's how you do it. Get in and out. 30 seconds.
He knows.
What happened to the run defense?
It's probably up there in Canada with you and Tyler.
Yeah, I don't know if you could say Crawford was a difference maker.
Time out.
But
You guys did me like that?
Like what?
You did me like that?
What
Kyle, and you went along with this?
What's that?
So someone just sent me a picture that you guys put up of the Lysol can in my seat.
Yes, sir. Had your lower third.
Somebody had my lower third on it. You guys, okay, all right.
Hey, and we did the math. You only getting like $6.50 for this show.
Yeah.
Can I get $7.25?
Yeah, we'll give you $7.25.
He tried to negotiate.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man, Jess.
What did you say?
Did I say anything about the game? I don't think I said much.
We're trying not to talk about the game. We're just letting everybody.
We've been waiting on you, but
y'all want to see me get fired. That's what y'all want.
We don't. No, we want you to. I told you we like you being on the show.
Yeah, but don't.
That's why we're taking calls.
Don't go into attack mode. Just tell us what we're wrong.
All right, wait. Let's take one more call, and then the rest of the show is going to be the Jesse.
No, it's not going to be the Jesse show. I'm showing grace today. Officer Mark showed me grace today. Okay.
So it's showing team grace while you talk about
grace as well.
You're like, you got one reprieve. You probably can't get two.
You got to know when your blessings come your way. So I'm thankful for that grace.
All right, Eric, our buddy in North Carolina. What's up, man?
What's up, y'all? Don't ask me what I ate for lunch because I don't have an appetite after that shit. After what I saw that, I don't want to eat nothing. I'm just going to be honest, guys. I haven't eaten all day. I'm going to be quick, though. I have a quick question for you guys. It seems like we were preparing for them to throw the ball around like they did the week before, but yet they hit us with something different. And it seems like a common theme with these games. It seems like we're preparing for one thing, but they're doing something different, and we don't have a contingency plan, or we're so reactionary, so we're not reacting at a proper time, or it's too late. So can you guys just help me out as far as the adjustment, in game, between game plan? Where are they dropping the ball at here? And I'm going to get out you guys' way. Cowboys for life.
Thanks, Eric.
Last year, you didn't give us A, B, and C, and D being all the above.
That's been a problem for years, in-game management. I mean,
I think the weird thing for me right now is you went from the first part of the season, you couldn't start off good, but you came out in the third quarter and you killed it. The last two games, you start off really good, and then that's it. You're done. Like now it's like the scripted plays are working, and then once you get to outside of that, you're not making the right adjustments. I don't know what to think about that.
Great stat that will perfectly answer Eric's question. And this came from Warren Sharp. And the question simply was, can Jason Garrett make halftime adjustments? The answer is no. So the last 5 years, now 5 years ago, we're talking 5 years makes it the post-Tony Romo era, okay? The last 5 years, Dallas has won just 4 games. 4.
When they trailed at halftime.
In the last 5 years, they've won just 4 games when they trailed at halftime. That ranks 30th, and halftime deficits turns to wins. Only the Browns and the Lions have less. They are one of 5 teams who have been unable to overcome a deficit of 7 points or less.
Minnesota told me everything I need to know.
So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, I mean they can't make in-game adjustments. They can't work on the fly. It seems, whether that's players or coaches or what.
I don't know what to think about it.
We got any callers, man?
We don't have any callers. You know
They're
why?
tired
You know what
too.
you know what it's for?
What?
Time for?
Jesse.
Jesse, you a good man. You a real good man. I kind of hope you didn't show up today because I like you being on the show.
I had time to cool off. I know I texted you guys last night. I texted you guys last night.
You know what? When y'all sent that barrage of things, I wanted to delete them, but I said, no, I'll wait till the season over with.
Yeah.
And look at them.
You just did like most Cowboys fans last night. You just tuned out. You just took yourself out of the group chat.
Yeah, man. No, sir.
All right, Jesse.
What's your thoughts?
Go.
No, listen. I was.
You were upset last night.
I was tired, like sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I said this, I think, after the Thanksgiving game, and everybody has been looking for the whole quit thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to you guys before, this team, you're looking for it on Thursdays or Sundays, and it's happened long before then. This team has shut out whatever the message was Monday through Friday. They've just shut this thing out because there's no way that you can continually to go into these football games and be as porous as you've been over the last 10 games.
Mm-hmm.
The inconsistencies on offense and all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, there's no way that we can be this inconsistent with the message, with the techniques, with everything. That right there is that's an indictment on everybody. And it starts with the head coach, and then you just move down. I mean, everybody plays a part in this, from coach to players. And if you can't figure out a way to get, let me say this as well. There may be talented players on this football team. We've all, and I'll raise my hand first, we've all done a horrible, we all should take blame and raise our hand that says we have overvalued this team. This team ain't as good as we thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
Forget the names. Forget the selling jerseys. Forget all that, the Pro Bowl. This team ain't good. There is no way that what we deem to be this talented football team should go out in the football field and do what we've seen them do this season. That's to a man. That's to a coach. This is a bad football team. And it's frustrating to watch because we know what it should look like. And I had people last night, you know, they were tweeting me and like, you know, your boy, Troy's a hater. Troy's a hater. And I'm like, what? I'm like, shut up. I'm like, first of all, a guy like Troy Aikman, he has earned the right to say whatever the hell he wants. Since him, Nate, Emmett, Mike, they're the reason why you're able to even say that you're a Cowboy fan. They're the reasons why you're even able to even have anything to be proud about, because post that unit, this team has been nothing. You had some bright spots here and there, but nowhere near close to what those guys were. And I apologize to people like you, Nate. And the reason being is because you were a part of football teams that put it all out there. That just wasn't a bunch of talented names, but actually went out there and did what you were supposed to do with all that damn talent. And has given this team a platform to be called America's team.
That happened with the 70s. With them boys, you know, Bob Lilly and all of them. So, you know, and then they had that lull, and then we came in and had some success. But, Jesse, okay. Besides the obvious of, if they don't turn around, getting rid of the coach, you know, what about some of these players need an adjustment? you know, you look better.
There's too much comfort. There's too much comfort.
Sometimes you look better after you make a tackle. You know, you look better after you make the tackle. I mean, you make the tackle 20 yards down the field, but then you got this array of dances, array of celebrations. I understand. I played in the junior Seau era, but this dude was Hall of Famer, bro, and he made a lot of big plays.
They need an attitude adjustment. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, somebody has to come in and make them realize that, understand the situation you're in and what you have to do, and can we direct some of that energy into constructively help the team win?
I think one of the things we saw last night, and it's a multitude of players, just the delusion and the unrealistic bubble that some guys live in. I mean, you're getting your butts handed to you on national TV, and you celebrating? Like that is so delusional to me. That how are you in the game, a part of the game, getting your butts handed to you in the game, and have the audacity to be celebrating when you down 17, 18, 20 points, whatever it was. Like there was after the first drive, there was nothing good that happened to your football team.
24 straight points.
There was nothing good that happened to your football team. What is it there to celebrate? You're not winning.
Yeah.
Like that tells me that is the level of delusion that some of these guys and a lot of this team are living in. Like, and it's not a jag. It's not guys who, you know, have just been brought up from the practice squad and had their first career interception or their first career touchdown or their first career sack or whatever. No, I would even have a little bit of reverence and go, you know what? And that kid, he just got called up. He's excited.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is guys who
they've been there before.
Been there,
yeah.
Whose jerseys are in the stores.
Mm-hmm.
I
like
mean,
this right here. For real, man. For real, you can't have. Watch this, man. For real, man. Come on,
the Cowboys have become, and I'm doing my air quotes, they have become just what the doctor ordered.
For other teams.
Yeah. Oh, you got bad quarterback play? Don't worry about it. We play Dallas next week. You'll get on track.
Look at this. Oh, my God.
They haven't had a running back in the last whatever games rush over 70 yards. Oh, you don't have a running game? Don't worry. Dallas is on the schedule. We'll get right there. Oh, you guys don't create this or don't create. Like literally, we make average Joes look like Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mitch Trubisky couldn't do anything all year long.
Fix that.
The Bears haven't had over 70 yards from a running back almost all year long.
That is what bothered me. Because I'm like, okay, we shut this run down early, and then we can get after Trubisky. It was like this kid came out of nowhere, man.
He rushed for 60 yards last. I thought I was looking at Lamar Trubisky.
He's done nothing, man.
I thought I literally saw like Mitchell Jackson.
Well, you said last week he's mobile.
Right.
This week.
Not 60 yards worth of mobile. You can't give him 60 yards rushing. He had one play on the read option. If you can find that play, look how big that hole was.
Was that the 30 yards?
His touchdown.
The touchdown run?
Holy cow.
Yeah.
23 yards.
33 yards.
33. Wow.
He had 143 yards rushing coming into this game total and racked up 63 last night.
Let me get y'all's thoughts on this.
Lamar Trubisky.
One thing I heard
that was 23, Jeff.
23, I'm sorry.
One thing I heard in the locker room a few times, and I don't know why it bothered me so bad, is you would hear not very many guys talk. Like, it was a weird locker room. It was super quiet. The guys looked like they were in shock. Like, it was very few guys talk to the media. It was really weird. But I kept hearing whatever by by the grace of God or the good fortune or whatever, we're still in first place. I kind of wanted to hear guys be like, you know what, we don't deserve to be here. Like, we have not been playing like we deserve to be in the dance. Like, it was almost like, yeah, well, we haven't been playing good, but you know what, we still got a good shot at getting in the playoff. Like, I don't know why that bothered me so much, but it just bothered me that no one was saying, you know what, we are not a good team right now. We got to figure this out. Like, no one's mad. It's just like, well, you know, we're still in it. Like, is that wrong of me to bother me? I mean, or they got to say the right thing, right? But can't somebody just be like, you know what? We don't deserve to be there. We just should not be where we're at.
And that's what we like. Here's the funny part. As someone who was in the locker room and now someone who's in the media, I kind of understand both sides of the coin. As media, we want those sound bites. Here's what we want. As fans, I want you to feel what I feel.
Right.
Right?
Let it bother you. Let it stick with you.
I want what happened? Brett Maher said, I felt like I had a good job. Like, Brett Maher had the nerve.
I'm going to put my head on the pillow and sleep tonight. Yeah.
He had the audacity to say that. I was standing right there.
When he said it, I was like, oh, Brett, don't.
You, what? Like, I want you to be like, I sucked. I have to be better. You know, that my job is to make these kids. I feel like I hit the ball well. And I'm going to be able to lay my head down on the pillow and sleep just well. Wait, time out. Paul, you said what?
It wasn't smart of him to say that publicly, but don't players kind of have to have that attitude?
No.
Just shake it off and...
Yeah.
Not when you're in front of the media.
Yeah.
Talking about your job.
Yeah, you don't want
You have to be aware of who you're talking to and what you are talking about. Now, he can go to the special team coach or the kicking coach and say, man, I hit that right. I hit that right. Maybe we got to check the seams. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe in my approach, but I felt I hit this right. That's what you tell the kicking, but you don't go tell the national media.
Publicly, you don't say.
Situational awareness.
Yeah. Like, even if he said, you know what, man, I felt like my mechanics were good.
Yeah.
And I felt like I struck it right. I missed it. I have to make that kick or I have to do this better. But, I feel like my rhythm is there. I feel like my mechanics are there. I just got to figure out something. Yeah. But don't sit there and tell me you felt like you hit the ball well and you'll lay your head out on the pillow and sleep just fine when you've missed your 10th field goal of the season and you gave them another 35-yard line field position because you shanked the kickoff. You can't tell me that.
And I get that. Believe me, I totally get the players got to say the right thing. And you say different things behind closed doors. But what's wrong with? And there's nothing wrong with a player saying we didn't play good. I mean, we just did not play good. Like, we are not playing good football. Like, I think that's, to me, it's. You keep saying the right things and you keep saying the right thing. I'm not saying call anybody out. I'm not saying say something like that. I'm just saying, is there something wrong with somebody taking some ownership and going, you know what? We did not play good football. Like, I didn't tackle. Like, somebody, like Michael Gallup did in the Jets game. I caused this game. I dropped the football. I can't do that. Like, that's on me. I just feel like everybody in that I feel like there's no ownership. It's like, well, we're still in first place. Like, if you didn't tackle well, come out and say I didn't tackle well.
But you know what? It's such a thin line.
Between love and hate.
That too. But it's such a thin line because you do have to hold on to that reality that you are in first place. Mm-hmm. But in the same time, you have to realize what is going on around you. What do you need to do to improve, and how you can win this next game? What was killing everybody is everybody can't say the same thing. I mean, you can, and they doing it. We've learned from this experience. We need to. Everybody's saying the same thing, and you can't. You can't, because now everybody like, wow, man, the robots just So. As a fan, you're like, can you say something different? Like what you saying, like, didn't you miss that tackle? Can you tell us you missed the tackle? Would it be nice if, hey, man, I could have picked up that interception? I mean, yeah, but now they're in that mode. Everybody's now trying to get in the locker room after the loss and get out of the locker room. Mm-hmm.
Including me. I did not want to be there last
Yeah.
night. All right. Let's take another break. And when we come back, I think Mama Gross has to call in since we didn't get her Wednesday.
Let's hear from her.
I don't know what she's going to think about the game. All right. We'll do that and more on Hanging with the Boys.
Since 1865, Stetson hats are American-made with pride right here in Texas. And Stetson is proud to be on the field with America's team. Want to show your Texas and team pride too? You can. By purchasing your own Stetson, you can look just like how the flag guys do on field at every home game. Stetson hats, the official crown of all self-respecting Cowboys, and your favorite football team. Get yours today in the Stadium Pro Shop or at Stetson.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again for Tailgating with the OtterBox Boys.
OtterBox, the company that builds wildly overprotective phone cases?
The one and only. But cases are just the start. OtterBox is the official outfitter of tailgating.
If they can keep my phone safe, what can they do for my parking lot party?
How about protecting your beverages from suboptimal drinking temperatures with their elevation tumblers? And OtterBox elevation tumblers come in 3 sizes: a 10-ouncer, a 20-ouncer, and even a 64-ounce growler.
Check out all the colors and sizes of their elevation tumblers at otterbox.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Whether you're into being a part of this or more into something like this, SeatGeek has the tickets to the events you love. It's the easiest way to find, buy, and sell tickets. Plus, with their deal score technology, they'll recommend the best seats in the house at the best value. So the next time you're craving this, download the SeatGeek app and let's go. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
We back. Get this sheet. I said sheet. I said sheet. NFL Next 100. Your kid could appear in the next Super Bowl commercial. NFL is looking for the next generation of superstars. To enter, create a video that highlights your kid's awesome football moves. All videos must be entered by December 5th. To enter and for more information, visit NFLnext100.com. Come out to the Christmas Spectacular tonight, too.
Yeah. Do we know who the guest is?
Just have Santa. Don't have.
I'll look that up. I'll look that up. We do.
It's not a current player, so there won't be.
No, I don't think it'd be a current player. We'll see. All right. So before we get to Mama Gross, is there any hope at all?
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
I know this is about to be. Because I don't know what their schedule going to be like. I know they get this little mini bye.
Right.
Let me say this as a former player. As bad as this team is playing, people, don't be like, how dare you be away from the football facility? Football is hard. You spend more time in this building with your football family than you do with your actual family. So when there's moments in time, I don't care how bad you're playing, I don't care what the record is, there are moments in time when you get a break where you just want to get away from the game. There's things that are more important than football. So fans, I urge you, I beg you, don't tweet at players if you see them with their families at the ice thing in the Gaylord Texan or at the literally there's things that are bigger than football. There are things that are bigger than, no matter how bad this is.
I don't know. You're sounding like Tony Romo.
No.
You going to Cowboys?
No, I'm not saying go to Cowboys. I'm not saying go to Cowboys. I'm saying that every now and again you need to step away from this game and realize that life is real. So if you see a player out with his wife or his girl and their kids, nah, Nate.
Why are you giving him that look, Nate?
See,
because I'm a fan first.
See, but see, that's the thing. And if you ever been out and saw Nate ain't stopping when he with his family. That's now. So I can imagine what it was when he out with his family. He said, "Hey, listen, y'all. I appreciate the love. I'm with my family right now. We having dinner. We watching a movie. I ain't taking no pictures. I ain't signing nothing. And ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So just don't look at this and be like, how dare you be at a movie with your wife?
You should be watching film.
You should be how dare you take your kids to the ice thing? You know, don't do that.
Let us do that as former players. Right now, y'all should concentrate on the Rams.
Nate ain't giving them no break.
Man. Just saying.
Nate's not giving them any break.
Mr. 16-0.
Nah, you gotta give yourself some space, you know. But don't. But I also believe
don't be a Cowboy.
Put yourself in harm's way. That's what I'm saying.
Don't be a Cowboy. Yeah. Don't do the Odell Beckham thing where you on a boat in Miami with your shirt off. Don't do
situational awareness.
Situational awareness.
Are you screaming down the middle of the tollway 100 miles an hour in your Lamborghini? You know what I'm saying?
Riding your scooter.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Is there
want to say that.
Any hope? Is there any way to save this season and actually win some games in the playoffs after what we've seen the last?
Well, your hope is Philly's just as bad as you.
Because, I mean, and for everybody that's calling for the coach to be fired, that's not happening. Nothing's happening with that situation until after the season is over. So just stop. Just doesn't matter. Just stop. Because what are you going to do if you do that? So this is what you got. Is there any, to the fans, is there any chance of them getting in the playoffs and winning a game or two?
I think they can get in the playoffs again because the Eagles are so bad, but I don't know.
Have you written this season off, Kurt?
Have I written it off? Not as far as making the playoffs, again, because the division's so bad.
Do you think they can win a game or two in the playoffs?
No.
Because you're going to face one of three teams.
The 49ers,
the Vikings,
or
Seattle.
Or the Seahawks.
Yeah. Do you have any confidence? Are you willing to bet your beard?
No.
That they can beat any one of those teams?
No, I think they got a puncher's chance just because.
Are you willing to bet your beard?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all. I mean, no. I don't feel good about this thing. No, not at all. I just wanted to know if any of y'all.
I don't. After 13 games, I don't know what could change attitude, schemes, coaches, players. I mean, at this point, how can they flip the switch and turn it around?
Okay.
Troy Aikman said it last night. He goes, for a defense that has such a mundane scheme, is like the one thing you want to do with young quarterbacks is you want to have them confused.
Mm-hmm.
You line up in what you're in and you stay with what you're in. That is a young quarterback's dream. Oh my goodness. Oh no, the ball actually can go to my read in this look. Troy said, there's no way you can do that in this league. You can't do that with veteran quarterbacks, and it's clearly you can't do that with any quarterbacks. But for young quarterbacks, like a guy like Mr. Trubisky, you want to make him have to go through reads and confuse him and put pressure on him to have to do things to win football games. There's nothing about this team that we've seen in 13 games that lead me to believe that the switch is going to get turned on as soon as the playoff starts. No.
But by Monday,
it'd be different.
I have a way.
Once you get away from football a little while, you go to Cabo.
I have a way. I'm already devising it now.
You're already wrong because you said 4-0. As they 0-1.
Say what?
Last week.
No, I said if they went off this next 3, they would be all right. That's what I said. What did you say?
Oh, shout out to Jordan Lewis, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
Blake Jarwin, Jordan Lewis. Okay. All right, welcome to the show.
Jarwin still only got 30% of the snaps.
Mama Gross. Hey, Mom.
Hey, how are you guys? Don't even answer that. Let's just move on.
Okay. What'd you see last night? Did you see the same thing we saw?
Oh, yeah. I put my head under the covers. I couldn't even stay up and watch it, and then I kept looking again to see if anything had changed.
If it was a nightmare?
It was a real nightmare. It's just very disappointing, and it's like Jesse said, it's heartbreaking to watch this every week, the same thing. As a fan, it's horrible. But, I don't see anybody being upset about it, and that's, I think, what's more upsetting to everybody is who is upset. They're not. So,
hey,
okay, so we can talk about
we're still
Tommy
in first
John's.
place.
Huh?
We're still in first place.
Yeah. Well, okay, good.
Talk about Tommy John's.
If we can talk about Tommy John's, we can talk about cinnamon rolls. I'm going tonight and drown my Starros and salsa and margaritas. So, yay!
Don't
I'm
fall
happy.
down. Don't fall down.
Do you know all the story with the cinnamon rolls? Is she aware?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She was still in town whenever Nate was rubbing that in my face through
I
text
was
message.
sitting on the couch when Nate was texting him and calling him 3 or 4 times and telling him he was eating cinnamon rolls for breakfast. It was funny.
You have to make some more next time you come in town so I can have one. And Nate, you're not getting any.
Well, the issue is, ma'am, they were very good. My wife told me to tell you they was delicious, and thank you. And when you come back, bring that pan, and I'll take it to my wife's job and let them taste them.
Okay, bring a whole dozen this time, huh?
Yeah. And we'll make sure Shannon don't get one again.
How'd you do last week?
3-2.
Okay.
I am up 35-25, and thank goodness I missed getting the call for the Cowboys because I'd already be behind one this week, and I'm not. So.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to stop picking them at some point.
Well, I know it's just hard to do when you grew up as a Saints fan and your whole life was dedicated to them and your whole family, and your son goes to work for the team that you said you would never in your lifetime pull for, and you learn to love the team and to become that person that, loves the Cowboys.
And then they rip your heart out week after week and throw it on the ground and stomp on it.
I'm like, Nate, I can't pull against them. I just keep thinking things are going to get better. So
Believe me, by Monday, I have a way.
Oh, wow. Tune in Monday.
All right, so this is for entertainment purposes only. What are your games this week?
Okay, Jesse, I just want to let you know that LSU won last week 50-7.
But you didn't pick them.
I did pick them. I picked LSU. They were only supposed to give up 10 points, and they won 50-7. So just saying. All right, my games this week, I'm going with the Giants and the Eagles.
Okay.
And the Eagles are giving up 8.5, and I've just become very vindictive toward the Eagles. I cannot pull for them. But Peyton Manning's gonna. Eli Manning's gonna play this week for the Giants, and I'm going with the Giants. I think he's got something to prove.
All right, plus 8.5.
Yes.
Okay.
The 49ers and the Saints.
Ooh, that's gonna be a game.
That's gonna be an
It's in New
unreal
Orleans
game.
too.
The Saints are giving up 2.5. They're at home. All the critics are saying that 49ers are going to go in there and beat them at home. I don't think they're going to do it. I think the Saints have got something to prove, too. So,
just FYI, when you said Saints and 49ers, Shannon just started writing in Saints as your answer before you even got to your answer.
If she picks the Chiefs game, the Cowboys game, or the Saints game, or LSU, don't matter what the spread is, she's picking those.
I have not picked the Chiefs in several weeks because they're just not playing good, and I just can't do it.
All right.
So that's okay. I'm going with the Saints. It doesn't matter. Keep writing.
I got you. Who's next?
Okay, the Seahawks and the Rams. And I know the Rams have found their offense. Yay. The Seahawks are giving up 1.5.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
So dramatic. Rams plus 1.5?
Yep.
All right.
The Ravens and the Bills.
Okay.
The Ravens are giving up 5.5, and they're playing at the Bills. I'm going to stay with the Ravens.
Ravens minus 5.5.
Some good games this week.
There are some good games.
Yeah.
We get to watch them this week.
Yeah. Then you got Georgia and LSU, and they're playing at Georgia Dome because it's the SEC championship game, and LSU's giving up 6.5. And I'm staying with LSU. I think they're going to score the points.
No way. LSU minus 6.5.
If you'd have bet with me, you'd have a lot of jelly beans.
I would.
Saying.
All right, so Giants plus 8.5, Saints minus 2.5, Rams plus 1.5, Ravens minus 5.5, and LSU minus 6.5.
Right.
All right, Mom. Thanks.
Well, y'all take a deep breath. There's always tomorrow.
No, there's Monday. Nate's going to have it figured out by Monday.
All right.
Okay, Nate, I'm waiting to hear it.
Yes, ma'am. Well, good hearing from you. And once again, thanks for the cinnamon buns. And
You're so welcome, and I'll make sure I bring. I've been doing pecan pies this week, so.
Yeah, but you know what was so amazing about that was the fact that
I'm a big fan
of pecan
pie.
We put it in the microwave like 10 seconds.
All right, Mom, we got to go.
When it melted in my mouth, I was
melted
like,
the butter on them. It was perfect, wasn't it?
Yeah,
stop.
You know, it was just
stop.
Wow.
All right, Mom, love y'all. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, love y'all.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
All right, fellas. Anything y'all? Any parting words before we get out of here and start our weekend Cabo trip?
Where's the Big 12 championship game being played at?
AT&T Stadium.
You think Jerry shows Lincoln Riley his parking space? For September?
Great question.
Maybe he shows the Baylor guy. Who knows?
You think Jerry goes and say, "Oh, come on, Lincoln," and here's where the head coach's park.
You know what?
On game day.
I just thought about. I didn't even think about
here
that.
Here is the locker room of the head coach.
If Mr. Jones goes to the game and sits in his suite, do you know what the rumor mill is going to start being?
I think he goes.
Just if he's even there,
I think he goes
and just is seen on TV.
I think he goes to the game.
Those are arguably two of the best college coaches that are being looked at for NFL jobs in the same stadium, just basically giving you a preview.
Like literally, you don't have to go far to do a informative, uninformative interview.
Yeah.
You go, and the coaches park underneath the stadium. Yeah. You will be parking right here. It's about 5 steps to the locker room. This is where your locker room
Let me
will
show
be
you
at.
the facility, private tour type deal.
Yeah, absolutely. I sit up here and watch down. This is the middle light clubs where you come in and out.
I didn't even think about that.
Huh?
Yeah.
You think? Oh, you hungry? Let me call the chef. What did he have? Those gold plates when Lyle Collins came to the house?
Yeah.
Right. You think he dust those off at the dinner table? You know.
We still got some season left.
He got his own catering service. You know, he was like, got my own catering service.
Hey, we still got 3 games left.
Oh, yeah.
We're still in first place. We can still win this whole thing.
And we
still could go to Miami.
This area right here is where we land the helicopter at on game days. So if you ever in a pinch and you need to fly in, we land right here.
I'm sorry I asked if y'all had anything else to say. I'm sorry I even brought it up. I should have just ended the show.
No, you didn't.
This dude was waiting on you to do that.
He wasn't
dude,
he?
Man.
He came in late knowing what he was going to say.
Yeah,
so
man,
you don't
still practice.
You don't want to. You don't think. You don't want to see what's parking.
I hope that was worth you $7.25, Jesse. I hope that was worth you $7.25.
Listen,
I'm proud of you though today.
Officer Mark,
I'm proud of you.
Thank you, my guy. You saved me from having to pay a ticket.
And Jesse,
and for my insurance going up.
Jesse, thank you. Thank you for just being you today and not getting kicked off this show.
Man,
I really enjoy you being.
Thank Officer Mark, because the reason I was speeding, I was getting here so fast. I had so much rage
to say
built up. Like I had things like ready to go, and then that was a sign like relax.
There you go.
Relax. I'm gonna show you a little bit of grace. You show other folks some grace.
There you go.
So,
man, imagine if he had got that ticket, what it would be like.
Oh my goodness! Bye, Jesse.
Bye, Felicia.
All right, well, we're going to Mexico.
Nate, what's up,
Kurt?
Nate?
Good seeing you.
What's up,
dude? Jesse, I'm glad you made it.
What's
Glad
up,
you didn't
Nate?
get a ticket.
16-0,
Nate. Thanks
what's
for
up,
being
Nate?
here.
Oh, well, I'm
thanks for bringing
What's
it.
up? What's up,
bruh?
What's up?
I can show you things
What's
that
up?
they would have done. They'd have won the game.
Kyle, thanks for keeping us on the air.
What's up,
Caden, stay away. We'll be back on Monday.
Lock him up. This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?